Always with the same crew, posted with the same clique. Shout out to my day ones, everyone I came with. And when you're self-made, you can never claim this, never.
This week on NBA 2K TV, we meet up with community member Dignify.
I just always like making new builds, seeing what works.
Then find out what's coming up in the neighborhood. And we've added My Team updates. We're your source for pack releases, events, and locker codes. We'll wrap it up with the contenders for top play of the summer. So get ready to vote. That's all happening now.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come up. Well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. And for Cleveland, the duo inside, Love and Thompson. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then it's Porter. And it's McGuire in at the 2-guard spot. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some... Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home. Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Thompson passes to McGuire. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Richardson.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And both free throws good for McGuire. Now the 76ers with it. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. One of the standout performers recently. We have a chance now to recognize the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And the way that he has been able to kind of create something out of nothing for his teammates has been remarkable. Fantastic and timely passing combined with his vision is something that all players should aspire to have.
They've come out the locker room his eye 4 for 4 to start tonight.
Now here's Sexton. Guarded by Simmons. Pass to Porter. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
And Simmons slams it in.
A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes for the throwdown.
The Cavaliers on offense. 8-point game. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
They just had nothing going for them. They look very defeated out there.
Rocket 2. Embiid with the steal. From 12 feet out. And that one's good. Simmons. Simmons got his second basket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now Sexton. Last game, 26 points. And Thompson kicks to Love. Here is McGuire. Richardson cover. 6 on the shot clock. And there's Porter on the assist by McGuire.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
To the paint. Here's Horford. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the 76ers making a change here. Udier is checked in.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
Inside. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
Porter looking it over. Here's Sexton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He's off on that one.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Harris. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
And the pass to Sexton. And Embiid with the block.
You got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
That one good for two.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And here's Sexton. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Embiid with the steal. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Here is Nance. 11 points for him in that last game against Atlanta.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
Osman. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. 12 seconds left to play here in the first. Oh, Nance in position.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Got it up. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
All about the clock awareness. Great job to come through for a squad.
And so it's Philadelphia with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, G.A. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. And it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Milton in at the shooting guard position. Knocks it loose. Here's Rondo. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Rondo's got his first basket.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's fantastic at staying strong through the contact.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a four-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? But he's made it clear, once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
76ers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. 76ers moving the ball around. And slam dunk by Harris.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now, it feels like they can't miss. But we'll see how long they can make this last.
Hernan Gomez finds Porter. The open look here for Sexton. And another miss by Cleveland.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the dunk by Embiid.
The reach of Embiid, just fantastic. Just throw it up there. I mean, he's committed to finishing the alley-oop.
For Cleveland, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Timeout called, Cleveland. Here's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learned it from a great how to get buckets.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Al Horford's checked in for Joel Embiid. Josh Richardson comes in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Out in his own on the break. Pushing it up. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Now, here's Sexton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Five to shoot. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
On the wing, Harris. And the 76ers tack on two more.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
He's out in front in the East, a superstar talent, certainly worthy of accolades.
And getting the kind of attention you'd expect for a player having the kind of season he's having.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. It's stolen by Harris. And they're on the break. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And Harris is so good at remaining active on both ends of the court, never making anything easy for the opposition, which in turn results in a lot of steals.
Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Simmons. Sexton with it. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That's on Ben Simmons. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. So he gets them both.
And that's one of those guys who just tends to live at the line. Sexton's working hard to improve his consistency there.
It's good.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the first half. Passes to Thompson. He kicks to McGuire. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Sexton. Off target from three-point range.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
And the basket by Horford.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
For Cleveland, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Now Sexton. He's got 5. Here's McGuire. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Philadelphia with... Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year we're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids would play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that. But I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
The duo inside, Love and Thompson. Then it's Porter. Then there's Sexton. And it's McGuire in at the shooting guard. And that's the group for John Beeline as we begin the second half. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Devin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Cleveland moving the ball around. Right side, Porter from past the arc. Drops in the tray. Porter's got 5 now.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
2 points. That one goes.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Sexton kicks to McGuire. Sexton the pass to Porter. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Porter's got 6 here in this quarter.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Floats one. Horford trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Embiid.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. And stolen by Simmons. Embiid inside. Defended by Sexton. This one for 3. Sinks the triple. 23 points in the game.
This game would have a different look if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, 100% from the field for him.
Love outside. Pass to Thompson. The dish to Sexton. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him. Get that lead even bigger.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
Oh, look at the big fella Al get up. Given his size, dunking is basically second nature to him.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Sexton dishes to Porter. The pass to Thompson. And the rejection by Embiid. And they get it back.
Oh, he's a solid shot blocker now. It's thanks to his timing and great anticipation skill. It's not easy scoring on Horford.
And the shot goes down.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Sexton with it. And it's Horford picking him up. Left side, Love. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McGuire, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
At the line, your Cavaliers, McGuire, taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for McGuire. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Thompson. Aaron Baines comes in for Kevin Love. Eddie Osman, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Dante Exum in for Colin Sexton. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
76ers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Hernan Gomez passes to Exum. Moutier with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
He got it up. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Every once in a while, a prayer like that somehow finds the net.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. 76ers ahead, delivering the blowout. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th, we've got Moutier, and it's Thibault in a 2-guard. Nailed from 3-point land. He has 38 in the game.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Here's Exum. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as
it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA.
Pick and roll defense is
Welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV. First up, we need to thank everyone who entered and voted for the first ever NBA 2K Shoe Creator Challenge.
Yes, voting is now closed, but we are tallying up your votes and we will be announcing each category winner next week right here at 4 p.m. Pacific.
And that's when you'll vote again to decide which shoe makes it in.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Jazz taking on the 76ers. For Utah, we are live. It's a Thursday night. DA, take it away.
Head coach.
He is doing a great job. Thank you, DA. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Jazz, they're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place.
And I think for Utah, they're one of the NBA's early season success stories. They've made an immediate push toward the top of the standings.
I'm not sure how long they'll be able to stick around up there, but so far it's been a lot of fun to see how much progress they're making.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovic, and it's Gardner in at the 3. And for the 76ers, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then there's Ben Simmons, and it's Thibault in at the 2. These guys have known each other, Clark, for a long time. There should be very few surprises tonight.
I agree with you, Kevin. 2 veteran teams here, and that means that execution becomes the driving force in success.
Mr. Gobert. Knocked away and stolen by Simmons. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the middle. Here's Mitchell. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Mitchell's got 5 points so far.
Nice look there from Bogdanovic, the shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
Gardner passes to Mitchell, and stolen by Horford. High post, Embiid. It's good.
You know, it's the muscle and size of Embiid that allow him to score through contact.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
The pass to Gobert. That's tipped and stolen by Simmons. And he uses the glass on the layup. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Up top, Gobert, who's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers.
But I thought the shot blocking was the real story. I mean, he was just everywhere. It got hard to keep track of all his rejections.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. They get a hand on it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. jams it with authority.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And here is Mitchell. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. And that one goes long. The 76ers leading by 6. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
He gets it in there.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Teague the pass to Gobert. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Philadelphia has possession. And for the 76ers, their last game, a win against Cleveland. Richardson, good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Jazz trail by 10. 1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Yeah, you know, not every point guard would be able to find an open man right there, but Teague is always looking for the right play.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Williams-Goss. Another shot. Teague with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Guys, I really like how Teague attacks. I mean, he does a nice job getting inside the guts of the defense and really baiting them into fouling.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Kicks to Embiid. Gobert brings the double team. Chalk up 2 there. 6 points for him.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Richardson. And now the 76ers on the break. That will count. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been
every year I want to keep getting better. And
well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking. And Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So on the floor for Utah, they've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Teague out there with Williams-Goss, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Niang in at the 4 spot. Richardson, good.
And there it is again. They get careless with the basketball, and immediately it costs them.
Yeah, that's been the pattern, guys. I mean, their turnovers not only killing their offensive flow, but fueling the fire at the other end. That's a losing combo. Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Moutier pass to Embiid. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And now in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. Taking a look at Utah. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
And seeing where the 76ers are, they're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I know it's still early in the season, but they may turn out to be the team to beat.
Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Just a minute ago, you and I were talking about the challenges these players face early on in a new season.
Yeah, you know, timing is usually not quite 100%. Chemistry continues to be something you're trying to work out. Usually you're pretty healthy in the early part of the season, but as the season goes on now, you've got familiarity and comfort with each other, but sometimes the injuries pile up.
And Clark establishing those routines you'll use throughout the regular year, correct?
That's important because it is a long season, as you well know. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Al Horford's checked in for Harris. Shake Milton comes in for Richardson. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And Bogdanovich kicks to Niang. Back to Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Embiid.
Boy, supported by great vertical explosiveness, Embiid continues to dominate as a rim protector.
Stolen away. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And Embiid throws it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Here's Mitchell. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And it's Rondo with the ball for the 76ers. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Utah calls timeout. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
.130 left in the first half. And Embiid throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And they've gone to the full court press here, looking to make things as difficult as possible and maybe force a turnover or two.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the 76ers now.
Talk about about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Poked away. Rondo with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
And they've really made the most of all those chances they've had from these turnovers. It's really driving their offense right now. Actually, it's their best offense.
Mike Conley's checked in for the Jazz.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
Mitchell passes to Conley. Back to Mitchell. Trying to get something going, and it's sent back by Horford. Here we go, one-on-one. Launches a three. Rondo gets the bucket. Rondo's got 6 points in the quarter.
And every now and then, Rondo will surprise you with the occasional triple, showing it off there with range.
Bogdanovich against Holiday. And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Conley. Lets it go from deep. That one doesn't drop.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So, whoop. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so it's Utah here with the ball.
And the size of the Sixers can present matchup problems for opposing teams.
Well, you think about the two critical positions, a 6'10 point guard and a 7'2 center, and both are uber talented. That's a huge advantage, a unique advantage for Philadelphia.
The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Conley inside the line. No good off the back of the rim. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync. Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
And 7 of the last 10 points, Greg, they've surrendered, have come off the fast break. So real easy to see what the problem is.
Jazz have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Gobert finds Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Back to Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. And here we go. Philadelphia running again. Deflects the pass, and Simmons slams it in.
Right now, Simmons is a question with no answer. A tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That's good from Simmons. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. And you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say. So you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Count that one for Williams-Goss.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Pass to Harris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harris has got 6.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Jazz. Next game for him, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. And they call an illegal screen here. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
And it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
I think Caldwell Pope has done a nice job developing into a legit deep ball threat.
There's the dish to Horford. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Jazz making a switch here. Niang's checked in for Philadelphia. They have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
You know, he was the 3rd pick in the 2007 NBA draft, guys. Horford won 2 college championships at Florida back-to-back before entering the league.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Second shot opportunity. It's blocked. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Back to Teague. There's 45 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Utah's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Now the pass to Milton. And that one, good. Milton's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
23 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Utah shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Teague with the ball. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. From deep three-point range, and so it's Philadelphia with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, and it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Jazz. It's stolen by Rondo. Lays it up and banks it in. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
And yes, it's good. Got 26.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every...
This game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Owens, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA. Presented by
You're the man, Jack.